Alright, today we're going to do something a little different. We're within the boundaries of the city of Phoenix, Arizona. Probably best known for the Max Delta mine. If you look at the area, there are signs of mining everywhere. Now this area right here, years and years ago, there's a ton of beautiful rocks here with different copper entities. In these rocks, you got the oxidation, and even after all these years, there's signs of different copper entities. They went right into this solid rock here. Oh no, my nemesis, the bee. Yeah, I've been attacked by bees a couple of times. I'm actually pretty respectful of them. When they start dive bombing you, run with the wind and get the heck out of here as quickly as you can. Well, walk away quickly, but if they're dive bombing you, make it snappy. And we've got a view here of downtown Phoenix. It's just amazing you're in this large metro area with probably, I don't know, 4 million people, perhaps a bit more. And yet if you hike into this park, people get lost routinely, and you do feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. And we're near the park entrance on Central Avenue, right off of Central, and we can see Central right here. From this vantage point, we can see extensive tailing piles of the Max Delta mine. But the mine is only, I don't know, maybe a third of a mile from the main road. Okay, so we're hiking up this gulch towards the mine area, and we have this kind of material everywhere. We've got just tons of oxidation. We've also got lots of cemented material. I mean, it is like cement. And you've got more of a bedrock layer here. Yeah, it's fun. We're in the middle of a megalopolis with at least 4 million people. I was lucky to grow up here before everyone showed up. Very nice, awesome place to have been raised. And then, and realized we were here so quickly, but we got ourselves a drift mine, and it is dug right in this material. I think what we'll do is we'll have ourselves a look inside. All right, I guess we're going in. I'm looking for snakes. I've literally stepped over snakes, fortunately when it was cold out. Okay, here's where it terminates. I would say that we're probably, I don't know, about 60 feet, 70 feet in. So it looks like it's in the bedrock layer. I don't know what they were following because I don't see anything that's really truly distinct, but this was likely hand dug. So the thing I have to ask myself is, to dig a hole like this and to probably hand dig it, even if you were digging it with power tools, they definitely had something that they were following here. All right, well, there's the gulch. there could be some gold in the gulch, you know. I mean, now we're standing in just a sea of waste material. It's almost like a moonscape. And then we have the lone sentinel here. Fireplace. Yeah, at one time people gathered around that fireplace, maybe assessing the mining operation. I don't know if this was part of headquarters. I like Fireplace. I think they're really, really pretty cool, because you just think that, you know, especially back in the day, before, you know, conditioned air and, you know, indoor climate controls, you know, when it was cold, especially in the desert does it gets absolutely freezing at night. And, you know, people gather around the fireplace to talk, socialize, drink, you know, and so they're special in their own way. There's an old can. And we've got another little dig that someone started here. Yeah, they moved a decent amount of material. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they're digging in the cemented material. And in fact, it looks like, I mean, I'm not going to get in there or anything at this time, but they went back there a ways. Pretty cool. A lot of this wood material was used to hold back these waste piles, because there's still some in place, you know, up on these tailing piles. So we get the view from here, and you can see the trails that crisscross up into the hills, and I don't see any kind of tailing piles or mine works over there. There's a road that leads to the tippy top. It's actually pretty cool up there, and if you can come up here after a rain, you'll get a fantastic view, especially during the weekday when, you know, there aren't many people up here. There's a road. There was a road, of course, and you can kind of see it. And actually, the road that goes west, you may be able to see it. It probably follows the path of the original road, but they used to wagon their ore down to I think the confluence of the Gila and Salt River, and I guess there was an Arastra there, and they used to just grind it and, you know, recover the free milling gold. That's what I remember reading about the mine. So, and then of course later, you know, they had other methods, of course. So here we stand before the tailing pile. We're up on the final layer of tailing piles. This is actually pretty interesting, because it has the remnants of a cable wrapped around it. Kind of a cool artifact. Now this, someone did some pretty serious work here. No doubt about it. To remove a pretty fair volume of material. So there's the road, and we'll just kind of transverse this and get on over there. This looks like a good way to go. We'll go walk out to the edge there. You can see where they have, I'm parked right down there, and you can see where they have the gate closed to disallow access to the western portion of the park, which is too bad. I mean, you're in this huge area, why not? Let people explore, and, you know, I mean, I don't care for the litter, but I'd like to think most people are pretty cool about it, so. Well, we're here. And it looks to me like this is the termination point. It just kind of comes up here. Wow, look at the way that runoff is moving. Someday, considering where we're at, maybe that runoff will carve that deep enough. Maybe some lucky prospecting individual will come across it, and there'll be a fresh exposure of glimmering yellow and white quartz, fuggy quartz, you know. It would be pretty fantastic. It could happen, never know. Okay, so anyways, here we are. We're on the dig. There's a lot of material removed here. Someone dug down in here. Oh, this is pretty neat. Oh my God, look at this. It doesn't go super far back, but look at this. Look what they've dug into. Oh, this is neat. I mean, they had to have been finding something. I mean, to cause them to move this material. Okay, it kind of looks like, well, it terminates there. You can see a big deposit, a big giant like stone, just stone on the bottom. But it looks like they started going up. I don't know, maybe they were following, maybe they found a vein and it had good values and they just followed it and it started going up. Yeah, neat. I had no idea that this thing went back like that. You know, and I've been up here a few times because I remember reading about the Max Delta mine. I'm like, God, it's right in South Mountain Park. I need to go look around. Easy to find and a pretty fun, you know, little outing. So we went ahead and hiked down. And I was thinking about the little digs, the little exploratory digs that I had to look at. It's really interesting because these people were definitely looking for something specific, in that if you looked at the material, they were all digging in exactly the same kind of rock, the same geology, and it was also the way they were digging. It looked like you would have solid bedrock overhead, and then you would have another layer on the bottom, and they were digging between those layers. So, you know, maybe they were finding some vein material. So then the other thing I was thinking about were my hiking boots. I mean, I'm about due to order another pair. I can't throw any of them away. I've got some that are just worn, but anyways, I buy these hiking boots, a Solo. And I'm looking for a really good cobbler that can maybe resole some of them, because, you know, when I put them on my feet, even if they're worn all the way down, they are still so comfortable. And the only thing I really need to buy, the upper of the boot stays perfect. I mean, they really are waterproof. I mean, unless you let it get over the ankle, the way the tongue is set up. So they're just the most terrific boots. And then I get to support my Eastern European brothers and sisters because they're made in the Ukraine and Romania. And so I like that. And I think I get a little bit better, quality when I purchase. And, pretty neat stuff. But anyways, my boots are cool, and this is excellent. I mean, we're talking about February, and I'm out here in 75-degree weather, and now there's a nice breeze that's a little bit cool, and it's actually hilarious because, I mean, I know in the Midwest and the East and maybe way up in the Northwest, they have some pretty adverse weather, and this is great. So anyways, tomorrow I'm going to be out in the desert. And I'm going to be looking around Cleator for some gold, so we'll see what we find.